welcome to this week's Rebel Run Sports Show. I'm John Moore, joined as always by Joe Papa. We're in like the dog days of summer.
It's the worst.
I know. Like, I don't want the summer to end.
No.
But I'm really looking forward to the fall.
Yeah, I got phones going off.
I know. Busy man.
Hey.
2 phones. Isn't that a hip-hop song? I got 2 phones.
Would that be my rap name?
It could be. I had to switch up the... Look, I've been on a little diet, so instead of buying new shirts, I can squeeze back into the ones that I bought before. A little snug, but we're getting there. I'm in training for football season.
Yeah, you keep saying it.
I'm always... Hey, every Monday...
Our discussions revolve around brisket.
I know. It's your fault. You're the one who got me all involved with these smokers and barbecue.
Mission's barbecue.
Yeah.
So I basically do free commercials for you guys. Help me out.
I'm telling you. So let's get, a lot of stuff going on in the summer, a lot of 7-on-7 camps, and they're all gearing up towards the season, right?
It's approaching quickly.
Yeah.
Before we get started, let me just say a couple of things. One, on a personal level.
Yep.
Yesterday, my older brother Mike's birthday.
Yes.
Would have been 44. He was a huge part of me getting involved in
Absolutely.
sports. Would not be Rebel Run probably without his influence.
No.
You know, although he was an interesting dude and a different kind of dude.
There could be a grenade on this table right now. Who's here?
There could. True story, put one in my pants one time.
Absolutely, I was there.
With the pin out. Yeah. Was almost a totally different life that I lived.
Absolutely. You have no children.
Yeah, no, it was almost totally different. But he was a great big brother. Don't let that story fool you.
Happy birthday.
He also crushed us when we tried to jump him on his birthday that same day.
That is 100% correct.
It took about 3 seconds.
Yeah.
It's like some kind of weird Marine training.
He was a strong man.
You could say that. You could say that, yeah.
Very strong.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, sorry.
No, it's good. Man, we talked about week 1 a bit last week.
Yeah.
And then week 2 starts off with some really interesting games. Like, just taking it from the top, Annandale plays at Robinson.
That's a big game.
It is a big game.
Let me just say, Robinson's football coach, Coach Vossler, gave me the okie doke last year. When I was there, he was like, I don't know if Jaquez is going to play this week. It was that Braves.
I remember.
Yeah, so I remember that. But did see him, made me very happy. I saw a picture of him on Twitter.
Okay.
Where a basketball player, an 8th grade basketball player, I'm pretty sure at Robinson.
Right.
Went between his legs in a student faculty game.
Awesome.
Made him look bad. So that's like, I would pay that kid for doing that. Let me just say that. Whatever your name is, reach out to me because I got. No, Coach Voss is a good dude.
That is so funny.
I'm gonna give him a hard time though.
Another big game. Broad Run plays Woodgrove.
That is big.
Should be
man.
Great atmosphere.
Is that Woodgrove?
At Woodgrove.
You know,
That's your spot.
Man, they get the fire trucks going.
Yeah.
I
gotta see it. They have some color smoke or something going on there.
They do, man. It's blue and green. Smoke comes out from it. It's awesome. The sirens, when they start scoring a lot of points,
it's like Patriot during lacrosse games. At first you're like, this is awesome. It's like hockey. It's like they score 18 goals. You're like, okay,
this is too much.
Little too much. That should be good. Just going down the line. Brook Point. I don't even know where Brook Point is, but they play at Briarwoods. I'm like in love with Briarwoods now. I was watching with my wife clips of the show that we did there, and I was she wanted to see, I won't even bring it up, but you know what she was looking for.
she was looking for grounds for divorce? Is that what she was looking for?
I ain't looking for that. I lay it out there, and then, she keeps me around, works.
No, hey, Briarwoods is awesome. They got that dude, Jalen Thomas. Remember that dude's enormous good.
That's right.
Playing quarterback. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Colgan in their second year, they go play a Patriot in week 2. So they're, I keep. This is what happens. These new schools keep popping up, right? And you keep thinking like it's going to take them X amount of years, but they got athletes over there. And we saw what happened with Riverside and all their spring sports.
Basically.
And, rooting for Coach Day this year. Hopefully the same thing happens in the fall. But I'm not, it's the beginning of the new year. There's new kids coming in. I'm not holding anything against Colgan High School right now until I see them play this year.
It's a beautiful school.
It is really nice. It's that aquatic center. You gonna jump off that high dive? We could do a segment on it.
I'll jump off that high dive.
Would you? I mean, it's on film now.
I get floaties on.
You said you were going to, so we're gonna hold you to it.
All right, whatever. Hey, I'll do it. As long as I'm not in goal, I'm fine.
I'm not getting back in goal.
Gonna have my little short self jumping.
Champ plays at Heritage.
That was a really good game last year.
Yeah,
I was at that game.
Mm-hmm.
I think that game was on my birthday last year.
Is that right?
I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it was a great game. Yeah, I'm sure the people at Champ would dispute the greatness of that game a little bit because they lost right at the last. Oh, it was terrible. They lost right at the last play. I remember that play so well. But yeah, it was great. The Heritage Place went nuts.
Yeah.
My Carl Garman III was amazing in that game. That dude it was ridiculous. It was like back and forth. Like Heritage would score, Carl Garman Jr. would score. I said Carl Garman Jr. That's a dad. You didn't score. Yeah, the third. The third was all over the place, man.
A game that's close to our hearts. Fairfax plays at Lee. Shout out to Doug Morency, doing big things, running security at Lee High School.
Yeah, shout out to Lori Barb. I'm a big fan of Lori Barb, man.
Yeah.
I see her at a lot of the different, like the regional girls events, things like that. I see her a lot. I'm a big fan of Lori Barb. And
my son is a big fan of the Lee helmet. He comes down, he loves it. Hey. Fairfax, okay. Fairfax Rebels. We're starting off with a clean slate.
Yeah, you know what? I was out there the other day.
Yeah?
Yeah, just checking out the field. It was 4,000 degrees. There was a guy getting some work in on the field. He was wearing a
It wasn't George, was it?
No.
Old man George?
No. This guy was working out, not working in the field. He was working out.
All right, so back in the day, before these were all turf fields.
George was the best.
George was the best. And then for our big games, he would do the red, white, and blue paint. I mean,
he spent a lot of time.
A lot of work, yeah.
It was like 4,000 degrees. There was a dude in a long sleeve sweatshirt working out. I was like, I don't know. I don't know if that was concussion related.
Could have been.
Half the things you say are concussion related.
I know. Most of them. Okay. So, week 2, there's a huge game. It's got all kinds of implications for us. 2 friends of the show. One who we're going to be doing our weekly football show with. So, prop time. This is going to be great. Falls Church in Mount Vernon.
That's going to be a really good game, man. It's going to be really good. I'm tell you what, I really like what Monty Fritz is doing over at Mount Vernon. In a year, he completely changed the culture of that team. It's 100%. Been amazing to watch. But hey, Coach Aziz, he's got, man. Coach Aziz, I talked to him the other day. DeQuandre Marshall.
Yeah.
Is only going to be a junior. He's ridiculous.
These are 2 of my favorite coaches.
Absolutely.
And I'm not just saying that because they're friends of the show, but the way they coach and how they turned these 2 programs around, like you root for both of them. This is going to be like.
No, I know where your heart's going to go in this. Your heart's going with the WWE.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Coach Aziz, this is what we need. Intro music.
You want walkout music for Coach Aziz?
Ultimate Warrior. I want you to run. Yeah. That'd be so great.
That'd be awesome.
That's what they should have. When they come out the tunnel, they should have some, I'm putting it out there. Get some ropes. You can find them, fake ones. And have the first guy just come out shaking the rope to also work, and then everyone run through it.
Gosh.
You'll be on Sports Center. You'll definitely be on Rubber on Sports Center.
I hope you go to that game.
I will.
I hope you go to that game.
You'll have to ask me twice.
It's my goodness.
Although I have a feeling that you're going to want to go there by the time week 2 rolls around. But
what else we got on the schedule?
Battlefield plays at Forest Park. So this is Battlefield's first year under new coach, who is old coach, who is very successful.
Well, I have no idea what to expect.
Me either.
I have no idea what to expect.
But I cheer for them because they're in my backyard.
There you go. Well, you know what?
Where will your kids? Your kids will go to Patriot, huh?
Yeah.
My kids will go to Battlefield.
Except they're building a new school, so who knows?
Oh, yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
better put in your mayorship early.
Patriots?
No, the other school.
Oh, the other school? Yeah, when they get a bill.
Just donate like 4 bricks. Be like, I laid the first 4 bricks here.
There you go. I should do that.
You should do that.
I should do that.
Well, you talked to someone from Forest Park.
I did. You know what? One, their uniforms, amazing.
Yeah? Did they win the uniform challenge?
We haven't put the poll up yet.
Oh.
We're waiting for it.
Did they have your vote?
Man, they're really good. They got like 16 combinations, something like that, and they're really good.
Before you get to the interview, Fairfax High School, still talking to you.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we went there. Back circa 1994, they had a cool logo on their helmet, which was the state of Virginia with Fairfax highlighted on it. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that.
I'll dig it up. Go back to that.
You don't like the big F?
No, and I like the red, white, blue uniforms, the blue with the blue pants.
He also wants mesh half shirts.
We were Color Rush before NFL Color Rush.
No, they weren't.
It was amazing. Forest Park.
So Forest Park. Forest Park, I love their uniforms. They have a player that I loved watching last year. I think he's dynamic. His attitude, he's got a little like Josh McGrigg from, speaking of Mount Vernon,
okay.
He's got a little Josh McGrigg in him. I think he's met him before. We've done some camps at Villanova, but he's got that kind of work ethic. He's got that kind of mentality, and he's a humble dude. Johnny Terrell, I really like that guy. Had a chance to talk to him and head coach Daniel Bruton.
Awesome.
Daniel Bruton going into his 4th season. Check it out.
Hey, when did you know that you were going to be a standout on the football field?
When I stepped on the field, I told my players, you got to go out here and execute. You execute and just take care of yourself. And you did.
All right. So what do you do? What do you do best on the football field? You play receiver. You play corner. What do you like to do best on the field?
I like to play corner. I like the physicalness.
Yeah.
Better.
So you think it doesn't matter? You're going to get the ball anyway.
Pretty much.
All right. So what is your off season like? What do you do as far as working the off season? What's your off season like?
Well, right now I'm going into my senior year, so I'm hitting prospect camps, coming back, helping my team out, hitting the gym with them, helping the freshmen and the rising sophomores, rising juniors catch up on the plays, helping coach, being a leader, helping get in shape.
Going into your senior year, how much different is that leadership role for you than it was last year?
It's a lot. It's a big difference.
Yeah.
It takes a lot to be a leader. You gotta actually be vocal. You gotta be first in line. It's hard to mess up because everybody's watching.
Right.
But if you mess up, then you gotta tell them what you did wrong, and then so they know the correction. And it makes it easier on the coach because now he doesn't have to take time to stop practice and correct everybody else when he has leaders that can do that for him.
And how much do you look forward to taking that leadership role this year?
I look forward to it.
Yeah.
I dreamed about this all my life. Senior year, being a leader, my final season.
Well, tell me a little bit about the prospect camps. Where have you been going? What kind of feedback have you been
I've been going I went to a few Howard, Coastal Carolina. I'm going to Richmond this Friday, up and down the East Coast. It's a lot of talent out there. I'll tell you, that's a lot of talent. You see what you can stand out, what you need to work on. And the coaches, they give you the feedback. Coach, he helps me get to the prospect camps.
Yeah.
Helps me get in contact with the coaches if I don't have their contact info. So he's a big part of it too.
Now, how much time do you spend outside of practice working on your game?
Pretty much almost every day.
Yeah.
I live right up the street from Grand Park, so I go up there, work out when I need to work on, then come back and try to work on it again while I practice with my teammates. And hopefully I can take my ability and put it on them so they can use it as they grow throughout the season.
All right. But how important is that for you to kind of, talking about being a leader and everything, how important for you is to get that through the young guys' head that they got to work in outside of practice?
It's real important because once it comes down to crunch time, and I know that they have that mentality like, okay, let's get it locked down, that I don't have to worry about, okay, he's not doing what he's supposed to do. But if I know he knows what he's supposed to, then I know I can let him play his game. He can do what he got to do.
You got people yelling for you already? Look at that. Even if they weren't, we'll just act like we'll edit that in. But before games, are you kind of you like to be quiet, or you like to talk to your teammates and try to get them up? What do you like to do?
Both, before the game, like a few hours, I take the time to myself and set my mind. And before the game, the adrenaline comes up and it's on. Gotta get them pumped up, and once it's on, it's on.
All right. Y'all got ridiculous uniforms. What's your favorite combination of uniform?
My favorite combination is all blue. I love the all blue combination. It's beautiful. It's white helmet.
Are you going into your 4th season?
Yes, sir.
All right. So what's different this year from last year?
Our seniors in every class below that, no other coach at Forest Park besides me. Got a little bit of a new staff, turned over a little bit, but got some guys that have kind of bought into the way we want to do things here, so the culture is starting to grow. That's a tribute to some of the guys in the past that I've coached, but they kind of set the foundation, but these guys know no other thing besides the culture we're trying to build here.
And what's the most important thing for you as far as the culture goes? What's the most important thing for you?
Relationships.
Okay.
The brotherhood, we talk about family a lot, and we're trying to show that. The coaches try to show that with our friendship and our bond, not only at practice, but also outside of football. Something that I've done every year that I've been here, but also allowing our coaches and families to come to practice, to come to workouts, trying to do stuff with the coaches and their families outside of here, just trying to build that overall family feel.
Now, you come from North Carolina?
Yes, sir.
So what's the biggest difference for you coming from North Carolina, coming to Virginia, coaching football? What's the biggest difference for you?
Well, I was coaching 1A football down there. The high school I was at was my alma mater, and there were 700 kids in the whole high school. So coming up here where you're 2,000 plus, and the other thing down there, we were fortunate with athletes everywhere. So there would be weeks where it felt like you were Alabama playing a FCS team where just by the athletes versus their athletes you were going to win. Up here it's almost like you're in the SEC every week. You don't get a week off. Even teams that you feel like you should beat, they always give you a test, and you can't take a week off, you can't take a playoff. You have to compete all the time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as a coach, I know it's got to be great having a lot of competition around here, but that part of it has got to be difficult. But what's the most difficult part about coaching up here for you?
Probably the transfers, the specialty programs, those things that that a kid could be with you one year and then not with you the next, or you could get a kid that was at a different high school and they move into you, and just trying to get them to learn the new things. And then also being in the area around DC, there's a lot of people that move in from out of state, and kind of trying to blend all the culture they're used to the culture you're trying to cultivate here. So that's probably the most difficult thing. Where I'm from, you had feeder programs. Your little league fed into your middle school fed into your high school, and you pretty much ran the same thing from the time you were playing ankle biters until you graduated high school. So that's also difficult here, that there's no true feeder program, so you're teaching these kids from scratch every time they come to you.
All right, so good luck to Forest Park this year. It's going to be.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, Johnny Terrell.
Yeah.
Dynamic. Dude gets the ball in his hands. It's trouble.
Yeah?
Yeah. And he likes playing corner a lot. I think he likes the challenge of going and taking the ball, but man,
right.
He gets the ball in his hand. It's trouble.
All right. My guys at W.T. Woodson, they host Langley in week 2.
All right. That's it. Yeah. Jared Von Aker.
We don't know what to expect.
Don't know what to expect. Another one. Just don't know what to expect.
Yeah. We know what to expect from the Cavalry.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be good.
It's at Woodson?
It's at Woodson.
Tough environment for anybody to play.
Absolutely. We got Madison at West Potomac. It's going to be an emotional year for Madison.
It will. Yeah, that's a perfect timing, actually.
Hey, you like that?
Yeah, what?
Oh, matching the shirt and everything.
What? I don't even know if... Who was it?
Rubber Run Color Rush.
Yeah.
You can buy gear.
Yeah.
Text us.
Hey, you know what? It'll be on the site soon.
Fantastic.
Relaunch coming this week.
That's right. 19th?
19th.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
We should have a party.
Should.
Osborne Park at Woodbridge.
Man, another school. I really like those uniforms.
Woodbridge has some players. I remember I talked to, I can't remember the kid's name. I'm sure he'll reach out to us again, but he wanted to be highlighted this year.
Oh, yeah?
So talked to him at a basketball game.
I'm going to go out there and check them out.
Okay.
Yeah. Shout out to Woodbridge.
Before we get to what I think are the three biggest games, I want to talk about just quickly a couple of them. Our buddy Coach Dridge, West Springfield hosts WNL.
At West Springfield?
At West Springfield.
Their student section, no slouch?
No.
No slouch?
Yorktown plays at Wakefield.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't know what much to expect from that one.
I can't wait to get into our picks on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I slaughtered you last
You
year.
did.
I slaughtered you last year.
An interesting matchup. TC Williams goes to Tuscarora.
Oof. That's a long drive.
That's a long drive.
That's a Friday night.
They're not used to night games at TC.
Nah,
Come on, TC.
You gotta leave about lunchtime to get out there from there.
Get some lights.
Yeah.
They still play Saturday afternoons?
Yeah.
Shameful.
I think I want to say 2018 they're scheduled to get lights, but from what I've heard, they've been scheduled
Why
to get lights
so
for about.
long?
Yeah, from what I hear, they've been scheduled several times to get them and never got them. So.
Unbelievable.
Those apartments are so close to that field, though.
Yeah.
They're right behind it.
Hilton at Osborne.
Hilton at Osborne.
That could be a lot of yards.
Man, I really like Cortez Whiting and what he's about to do over at Osborne.
That's tough.
For Ricky Slade is
Man.
Woof.
All right, let's get to the games I think are going to be the big three of the week.
That was a weird sound to make talking about. That was weird. Woof.
We're going to start with your favorite parking spot, South County, even though they traveled to Centerville that week.
That'll be a good game.
That should be a good game. Centerville played some weird games last year. You remember that?
Yeah.
Some really close goals.
That 8-6 or 8-7 game to Lake Braddock in the rain. The Tuscarora game.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a weird year for them. They looked like they were just going to steamroll everybody for a while.
Yeah.
But I think they're going to be pretty good. But
yeah,
that's going to be a good game.
That's going to be a good game.
Yeah.
My junior juggernauts.
Oh man. South Lakes, where are they going?
They are going to Oakton High School.
There's going to be a lot of rushes in that game. It's going to be a lot of rushes.
A lot of ball carrying.
I'm tell you what. You've seen South Lakes a lot more than I have.
Yeah.
But from everything I've seen about South Lakes, there are very few passes I would make in that game.
Not many.
All of them would go to Spencer Alston.
Absolutely. They're going to be fun to watch this year because
those two are just.
They were so confident.
Yeah.
And now, a year later, I think the confidence level is going to be off the chart.
Yeah, they know who they are.
And that means a lot in high school football.
It does. It's going to be interesting without your guy there, though.
They'll be okay.
He's a big dude, man.
I know.
He anchored both those lines.
Kroll? I thought he was coming on the show.
So I don't know what happened to him.
Oh, Kroll. My man Kroll.
He's probably at school now.
It's okay. He can come back and visit.
Of course.
Tell us how things going.
I'm not feeding him, though. Not feeding him.
What, not even brisket?
Did you see the size of that man?
I did.
Are you
That's
kidding
a lot
me?
of brisket.
That's not even right that I'd have to stand next to him.
I ate some good canned greens last night.
I love greens.
I did too. You ate canned ones.
That's
good. I know, it's a little blasphemy, but hey.
A little bit. Greens.
Yeah.
Why do you keep distracting me?
All right, there's one game that, a lot of these games are great, and obviously as the season comes forward, they'll get a little more exciting to talk about, but there's one that jumps out to me. It's like a powerhouse game.
Yeah.
Stonebridge goes to Lake Braddock.
Ooh. Second week of the season?
Second week of the season.
Man. I don't bet against Stonebridge, man. I love Coach Doc, and I think he's going to do really well at Lake Braddock. But Stonebridge.
I don't know. I mean, we know Lake Braddock lost last year, but
they lost an extraterrestrial.
That's right.
They lost an extraterrestrial. He just happened to move to UVA. I'm sorry. That man had 32 touchdowns and limited carries. That's ridiculous, man. He knows how to say it in good fun. Not really. I mean, he is kind of an extraterrestrial the way he
I just watched that movie with my kids the other day.
E.T.?
Yeah, they didn't really like it. Why my daughter like it?
It doesn't necessarily hold up.
There's a scene in one of the Star Wars movies. I believe it's in Revenge of the Sith. Well, the prequels. Not great. But there's a scene, sneaky little nugget in case you're wondering. There's a scene where the Emperor is like giving this speech in front of this assembly.
Yeah.
E.T. characters are there.
Do you all see what I deal with? Do you all see what I do
True
with?
story. Lake Braddock Stonebridge. Look, Stonebridge travels well. Lake Braddock's home games are ridiculous.
Yeah.
I see this being, you know.
Oh, their student section gets into it, man.
And there are two teams. This is a great thing. There's certain teams, Prince William, Loudoun, Fairfax County, that every year, you know, they expect to go undefeated in football.
Yeah.
That's the goal. You know,
And
so
now they got to play each other.
And this is two of them. Yeah,
They got to play each other.
now they got to play each other.
Like, I'm one of the things I'm really excited to see this year is see some of those Prince William teams play Fairfax teams.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah.
It's gonna be, you know, the 5-6 matchups are gonna be really.
Stonebridge is not a 5 team. That's all I'm saying. Like
No.
they may be classified that way.
Right.
They are not a 5.
Absolutely not. It's gonna be interesting.
They're like 7-8.
Yeah, they're hard to film, man. Some of the misdirection they do, you can't get in front of them and film. It's too hard to figure out who's got the ball.
No, and Mickey Thompson is obviously a legend in the area as far as
Right.
coaching goes. But to get those teams to be able to execute as well as they
Yeah.
do is really impressive.
Yeah.
It's really impressive.
So yeah, those are some of the games that week 2. I mean,
It's huge.
it's huge. And every week the games are going to get better and better because you know the season's going to shape out what's
Yeah.
going on.
I'm telling you.
Man, I'm excited.
Yeah, man. When I saw that Robinson Hilton game, I think it's week 1.
Yeah,
Man, that's gonna be.
that's going to be fun.
It is because I don't know if Hilton's ever seen an offense that runs like Robinson does.
Yeah,
I mean, they just run.
yeah.
But I don't know if. I guess Robinson they got to see Lamont Atkins up close and personal, but
Right.
Ricky Slade is he's a freak of an animal himself.
Did I mention Herndon goes to Chantilly?
You did not mention that.
Okay, because
Oh, no.
I believe this will be Chantilly's first home game of the season. I know we might have talked about it a little bit last week, but
Yeah, you want to go run on the field?
if the turf is fixed,
It's gonna be a good year.
it's going to be a good year.
I don't know. We're gonna have to say that probably 15 more times before the season.
That's
gets
okay. We got like 8 more weeks of regular season games we can whip through.
We do. And you know what? There's gonna be there's some other stuff to be going on.
Absolutely. We're going to get down to Nova.
Gonna get down to Nova. Like I said, we got the site relaunch. We got some new services and stuff that we're offering.
Uh-huh.
Shout out to our crew of people and our team that helps us out and goes out and shoots games. Our entire team is great.
Right.
If you guys are looking for a video, there's no
Come get it.
Come.
Shout out to our stage hands, grips, lighting guys.
Absolutely. Shout out John Becerra.
Shout out to Sarah, where are you? Went to Jamaica, never saw him again.
You know what I'm talking. He's geared up. He's ready to go. He's ready for football
All right,
season.
good. All right, well, you could come back and see us next week.
Yeah.
Talk about more games, some other stuff.
You could not, and that would just suck for
Yeah,
us.
that would suck. Prince William Channel 2,
Boom.
rest of Channel 28, Comcast Local, both.
Boom.
Verizon Channel 28 in Herndon, Cox Channel 23 in Herndon.
Boom.
That's it. RubberRunSports.com. New website launch, 19th. Check it out.
Check it
That's
out.
this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll make a bigger deal about it next week.
Where the hell have you been? Yeah, it's this week.
See you next week.
Mission Barbecue Brisket.
Mr. Barbecue Brisket, come be a sponsor of this show.
Hey, actually, Mission Barbecue, I've reached out to you.
Just told you exactly how to do it. Yeah.
That was all on camera, illegally. Awesome.
Yeah.